Baby, you are right where you're supposed to be. Hello, daughter of the Most High King. You all know I'm coming to y'all with a word. You may think it's a mistake where you are, but listen to me, God uses everything. True story. You all remember when I was about to get evicted out of my house. What you didn't know is that it happened earlier that year too. So I get the paper in the mail saying I had to go to court. Show up to court, I'm sitting in the courtroom, and the judge started calling everybody's name. And for some reason, I wasn't even embarrassed. I don't know why, because normally I would have been embarrassed, but for some reason, I was not even embarrassed. So I'm sitting there waiting on my name to be called. I'm sitting by a guy and another guy on the other side of me, and in front of us is a woman sitting right here, a pregnant lady. And as you all know, I'm also a nurse. And most importantly, I have the Holy Spirit dwelling inside of me. So in the middle of the court session, the lady in front of us who is pregnant passes out and fall out on the ground. Everybody in the room jump up, the bailiff, I'm talking about everybody, even the judge is looking crazy. All of them, they say, clear the room. Everybody walk out. I stayed in, and the guy beside me on both sides, they both stayed in. We grabbed her and we helped her, right? Follow me. As I am fanning her, I begin to hold her ankles. I begin to feel her, and the Lord began to speak to me. I began to pray over this woman. I prayed over her. I prayed over her unborn child. I prayed over her situation. I prayed over some things that the Lord was showing me. And as I began to pray over her, the woman was coming up out of what it seemed to be like a comatose state, and she began to scream and cry out loud. She began to join me in worship. Unbeknownst to me, the guy who was sitting to my right, he began to pray with us too. So here we are in the middle of the courtroom having a whole prayer service. The judge is there. Everybody else has cleared the room. There's 2 officers, and there's these 2 guys and me and this lady, and we are going in on the devil. The EMTs began to come in to help her and assist her on out. We walked her on out. We got her stable. Find out later on afterwards that the guy that was sitting to the right of me was a priest. So court had to still go on. So we go back in, we sitting down, we waiting on our names to be called. The guy beside me, and the lady said, well, who's here whose name have not been called? I said, me. I raised my hand. And the guy sitting beside me, who was the priest, he was like, case dismissed. The judge didn't say case dismissed. The judge said, you're in the wrong courtroom. Your courtroom is down the hall. Mind you now, I asked 3 or 4 times before I even came upstairs what courtroom I'm supposed to be in. I had the documents that said what courtroom I'm supposed to be in, and I was in the wrong courtroom. But I was exactly where God wanted and needed me to be. My eviction had nothing to do with me. My eviction had nothing to do with me coming to the court. Me being in the wrong courtroom had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with what God wanted me to do. Not only did I assist the lady, or we assist the lady, but it put a fire under the feet of my brother who was a priest, who didn't even have the discernment to even go into spiritual warfare for her or to even pray over her. But he got a fire under his feet that day. So I just want to encourage you that God knows exactly where you are. He knows exactly where he's taking you. In every season, everything, every situation, every circumstance, he uses it for your good. His word said that all things work together for the good of those who love him. And he is so faithful. And if you asked him and you told God, Lord, I give you my yes. And you said, Lord, wherever you send me, whatever you tell me to do, God, I accept your will over mine. His will may not look like yours. It's not. It's going to be different. It's going to be difficult. It's going to have challenges. It's going to be confusing sometimes. Not confusing like confusing, because we know he's not the author of confusion, but it's going to be like to you and people around you, like, this is crazy. Why are you doing that? Why are you? And you could be even question yourself, why am I in this season? You ask God, what are you teaching me right now, God? Who am I supposed to be shepherding this season? Who do I need to be sitting under this season and learning from? Everything that God do in your life, he has already intentionally place you in those positions and situations because he wants the glory out of your life. And so if you are a daughter of the Most High God, the Most High King, Jehovah, if you are his daughter, listen, you are right where you're supposed to be. Continue to walk in what he has told you to do. It may not look like you think it should, but God uses it all. I love you, and I pray you have a wonderful and blessed day.